Contemporary Context Assignment 1, Trend Books. This is the first trend book on the theme of protect. Using pictures from Guardian's Best Photos of the Day, I've selected 8 images here on the theme of protection. The first 6 are all related to the coronavirus, and the bottom 2 are all about physical safety and physical protection. So the group of girls are awaiting sanitary protection, and on the right the little girl is being taught how to use a gun for her own personal protection. Feedback on this theme was very good. They felt that the images were extremely strong. However, the use of text was decided that really the pictures were strong enough and this wasn't needed. Also, the word shelter for the image was considered very interesting. The people in the image are actually workers at a crematorium in Mexico, and they are wearing full PPE because they are sheltering from the coronavirus, being in contact with the bodies of people who have died from the pandemic. As this first board was considered to be rather busy with the pictures not broken up, I have come up with a different board for this. And although it has broken the images up, and I think I've grouped them rather well compositionally, the only problem here is that the girl with the gun, you can't see the policewoman who is training her. And also on the bottom left, the woman walking through the disinfectant area, you can't really see the stop and danger signals around that image. The next board was maybe rather obvious, and some people have said although it's quite literal, it's clean and it's clear and the message comes across very well, so I decided to leave that board as it is. As part of the theme of protection, I wanted to look at touching, especially within the coronavirus pandemic. It's meant that people have been unable to touch and hug each other, and also that people are scared to touch and hug each other in case they may pass on the virus. So this board was considered to be very clear, and particularly people like the couple embracing. The only one thing that arose from the feedback was the hand with the rings for the word hold. And so I therefore changed this board, turn the hand round so the hand is actually holding a stone. This next board was considered interesting in the feedback because it looks at physical and spiritual protection. So you have the keys, the lock, CCTV, and a warning of electricity danger. And then you have the hagstone, the crystals, and the amulet, all for spiritual protection. I thought this board was probably okay as it was, but I did actually attempt a second version of it. And I think I prefer the first version, as I think the first version's a lot clearer. This board was meant to look at comfort as a part of protection, to comfort people, keep them calm and safe. And although this came across in the board, the feedback was it was rather busy, there was too much text, too many pictures close together. And also someone did say that for keep warm, although it's gloves and socks, the blue and green colours are really considered to be cold colours. So taking this on board, I made a second board for this, and I think this probably does work better. This is the colour chart that I came up with of fabrics and threads using the colours within my theme, and I showed this in the trend book by doing a circle, almost like a colour wheel. The only problem with this is the 4 corners have been cut off slightly. The colours chosen were all from the original selected images, and I used acrylic paint to paint popsicle sticks to try and match these colours and to then use them within my theme. This is the original board of threads and fabric, and there's quite a range of things here. I think of protection as being needing warmth maybe, so we have there the tartan blankets, we have the deep red velvet, and also with the protection from coronavirus there's a lot of plastic and screening, so there's some voiles and silks and some muslin, some very fine materials to reflect this.